In this presentation, we want to discuss the financial aspects of choosing a senior housing cooperative compared with renting an apartment in an age-restricted community. For many people, this decision comes after they feel the need to downsize from a single-family home to something smaller with less work and more convenience. Let's consider a hypothetical couple. They are both about 69 years old. They own their home outright, valued at $325,000. They have saved an additional $250,000 and carry little to no debt. One has a pension, the other has an annuity. Both receive Social Security. They are in good health, able to travel, and can comfortably afford either rent or a maintenance fee. One of the couple turns to ChatGPT for advice on downsizing. Among the guidance provided was this: buying can offer stability. Renting preserves flexibility but is exposed to inflation. Senior housing cooperatives often combine lower monthly costs with community services. With this in mind, our couple decides to explore the financial consequences of a cooperative share versus renting. The couple wants an affordable community setting with friends, safety, and shared amenities. They see three main options: renting in a 55-plus apartment complex with amenities, joining an age-restricted townhome community with a clubhouse, pool, and fitness center. Third, buying a share in a senior housing cooperative. For this presentation, we'll focus on comparing renting versus buying a cooperative share. When comparing, we want to try and do an apple-to-apple comparison as much as possible. There is no outright ownership of real estate when renting or buying a share. The cooperative share is like owning stock with several other stockholders in a no-profit corporation. One has monthly rent and the other has a monthly maintenance fee. The maintenance fee will be lower as there is no profit involved. The property should be age restricted and have amenities. There is the advantage of being able to pick up and move more easily by renting an apartment, but the monetary consequences increase the longer you stay in place. Our example couple plans to stay put after downsizing, and they expect to live at least 10 more years. Let's look at a spreadsheet with a side-by-side comparison of renting versus buying a cooperative share. In step 1, it looks at what is included or not included in the monthly rent or monthly maintenance fee. In step 2, the spreadsheet calculates what 10 years of rent might cost and what 10 years of paying a maintenance fee would cost. In step 3, under assumption, the spreadsheet looks at investing the proceeds from the sale of a home and the difference between the asset values of a couple that chose buying a share over renting. The first step to make a comparison between renting versus buying a cooperative share is finding out what is included in the maintenance fee and what would be extra in the rental. In the example, the rent does not cover having a parking stall, and there is a monthly pet fee charge. The shareholder's maintenance fee includes a parking stall, and there's not a pet fee. You must make sure to understand what are costs beyond just the rent or maintenance fee. To compare fairly, we'll look at an 1,100 square foot apartment versus a nearly identical 1,106 square foot cooperative unit. The apartment rent is $2,002 per month. On top of that, there are $170 of amenity fees. Parking and pet fees are extra. By contrast, the cooperative's monthly maintenance fee is $1,659. That fee includes the parking stall, and there are no pet fees. If we calculate cost per square foot, the apartment comes to about $1.82 per square foot. The cooperative share is about $1.50 per square foot. Both rent and fees are expected to increase by about 2% per year due to inflation. This chart is included to show the disparity that could exist over 10 years for either situation. Here's something to consider. What if the shareholder banks the difference each month and earns 2% on the monthly balance of a money market fund? Previously, it was asked what might be the projected value if one banked the maintenance fee savings over renting and invested it at 2%. Now, let's project cost over 10 years with an annual increase of 2% for inflation. Total rent payments would be significantly higher than the cooperative fees. In fact, the cooperative member saves about $67,407 compared to renting. This chart illustrates how the gap grows over time. And here's an additional thought. What if the cooperative member invested that monthly savings into a money market account at 2% interest? Over 10 years, those deposits would earn about $7,025 in interest, bringing the total balance to about $74,432. Next, let's consider what happens to the $300,000 proceeds from the sale of their home. Option 1, renting. They rent and invest all $300,000 at a net return of 3.5% after income taxes. After 10 years, the account grows to about $425,503. But remember, they also paid about $67,406 more in rent than the shareholders did for maintenance fees. Option 2, cooperative share. They purchased a share for $150,000 and they invested the remaining $150,000 at 3.5% after income tax. After 10 years, that investment grows to about $212,752. Meanwhile, they saved $67,406 compared to renting, and they banked it. And they earned about $7,026 in interest by banking the monthly savings. Added up, their investment total $212,752. Their share is still worth $150,000. Their savings account plus interest balance is $74,432. That gives the cooperative member about $437,184 in total. Compared to the renter, the cooperative member comes out ahead by about $79,087. So, what's the takeaway? When you rent, buy a smaller condo or home, or consider a senior cooperative. Renting preserves flexibility, but rents keep rising with inflation. Buying outright stabilizes your housing cost. Senior cooperatives often combine lower monthly costs with community services. For our example couple, the cooperative option clearly provides a financial advantage over 10 years. Ultimately, the right choice depends on your lifestyle, your goals, and your priorities. But by running the numbers carefully, you can make a confident and informed decision. Thanks for listening.